Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dwight here. So check this out. I am going to be talking about contentment today, you guys, and minimalism and things of that nature. You know, and I know back in the day, maybe about 10 years ago, this would have been like a controversial topic, or I wouldn't even say controversial. It would have been more like taboo, like looked down upon. But now you see what, and I'm not just trying to toot my own horn, but I have been talking about this many years ago about wanting to have a certain type of car, wanting to live in a certain type of area, and that, you know, you don't need all those things to be happy, and that eventually what's going to happen is you're going to live to want to buy those things, and then it's just going to get more expensive. It's just going to continue to go up and up and up, and you're essentially giving people control over you, and you are controlled by these things that you want. And now you see it time and time again, every single day. They're gentrifying so many different types of things. You look around, you see neighborhoods, you see areas that used to be a place where you would go to and you would expect kind of poverty to be there. Now they're not even building affordable homes there. They're not even building affordable apartments there. They're literally building 3-story houses, freaking high rises and stuff in these areas. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute, what? Where's the step at? You know what I mean? Like, what I thought that where's the level of progression, right? You know, it's just kind of like, okay, you take it from being pretty much the slums or nothing, and you would put a nice affordable house in there, make it look good, and then you come in, and then of course you kind of, no, they went straight from crap to luxury, to class, just like that. And it's like, whoa, wow, wait a minute. And that's not even a tipping point. That's the crazy part about it. Like that's not even it. That's just the start. That's just literally, I take that back. That's just literally the tip of the iceberg, because that's where it's going to start. Because next it's going to go up. It's going to go up. It's going to go up, and it's going to go up, and the requirements are going to get higher, and higher. Meanwhile, your wages, they're not going up. Our wages haven't went up since when? When the last time we got a decent raise that just basically wasn't given to us to be able to afford the inflation that came? You know what I mean? So you really just didn't see the raise. All you was able to say, whoa, okay, I now have the money to afford to buy basically, you know, the things that I have to buy. It's become a necessity. And it's so crazy that people are literally taking advantage of your necessities, of your needs. We all need somewhere to stay. We all have to eat. Some of us have to drive back and forth to work. So it's like you are now having investors and people taking advantage of necessities. And it's like back in the day, that used to be off limits. Now it's not. None of that stuff is off limit. And that's what I was trying to get people to see. When the powers that be, the system or whomever, when they're able to see that they can effectively take advantage of you, and that you will give your last dime to look a certain kind of way, or to afford a certain kind of thing, or to not have someone look down upon you as if you cannot afford to sustain or live, they will do everything in their power to switch it. And now you having all these different competitions, all these different companies, all these different people. And I always say, just imagine if they came together and they all raised their prices. And I noticed it, especially in some of the apartment industry, I would see, like, in certain areas, certain demographics, and certain areas, they'll have a price, one size, this price will be this amount, this apartment will be this amount, this complex will be that amount. And it was always maybe like a $20 to $25 difference off on the rent. Now what you see is, this apartment right here is about the same amount. This one over here is about the same amount. That one over there is the same amount. And it's maybe $4 or $5 less. $4 or $5 less, if it's less at all. And so, in looking at that and recognizing that, it's just like, okay, oh my gosh, you know, like, they've done it. They have effectively come together and say, okay, you know what? People need somewhere to stay. They need to have a car. They need to eat. So let's just all raise our prices together and see what happens. And what did we do? Because we create this society where people look down on people for not wanting or aspiring to be more than what they feel like they need to be. We've become a society where if a person tells you, I just want to go to work, I just want to get a decent paying job, I just want to be able to have a nice, modest home, take care of my family, I want to be able to live, I want to be able to travel, I want to be able to do these things, we look down on that. Well, you want to work? You don't want to travel, you don't want to make money. What about your disposable income? What about your passive income? What about this? What about that? What about that? What kind of car you want to drive? Man, I just would like to drive a nice, something dependable. Give me a Corolla, an Accord, even an Altima, well, a Maxima or a Camry. You don't know what, or you know what, if I do get a luxury car, I'll probably get a Mercedes C-Class. Oh man, what you gonna spend your money on that for? You might as well just go get your outfit. You doing it. Why do we look down on people? Because they don't want to invest into that. They don't want to buy into the system. And we look down on them. See, they don't have to do it. We do it for them. We do it for them. We are their best marketers. They don't have to change and play on people's psychology and stuff like that. We do it for them. Because we allow our own lack of self-worth and our own messed up priorities to basically project on other people. Word of mouth is still one of the best effective forms of marketing and sales. Word of mouth. It's been many years, and it's still one of the best forms, if not the best. Word of mouth. Because see, they can't be with you in a car. They can't be with you in an office, but we can. And if they can get to me, or if they can get to just one person, that one person is going to encounter so many different people, and then that one person is going to tell this person, then that person is going to tell this person, then that person is going to tell this person, and before you know it, people travel. People travel, people do things, and people spread that same word. So with that, the message for today is just basically practice contentment and gratitude. Be content with where you are. Be grateful for the things that you have. Stop. I'm not saying don't aspire, don't want to have more for yourself, but don't let that become your primary focus. Your primary focus should be you want to live, you want to be able to live in a nice place, you want to be able to afford your bills, and you want to be happy, whatever that looks like for you. Now, if money makes you happy, well, then do what you got to do. But if you're like a lot of us out here, we realize that money don't really make us happy, and we have to make more money in order for us to get even more happier. So it's just kind of like, and it's hard to do that. It's hard to do that, and it's becoming increasingly even harder to do it. And meanwhile, we're sitting around here looking at each other, looking down on each other, talking about each other, and the people that are whatever you call rich are simply getting richer, and they ain't gotta do nothing but let us be us. That's it. They ain't gotta do nothing but let us be us. Effectively be crabs in a barrel, because we do it for them. It's sad, but it's the truth. It's what people do. People literally sit up and think of ways that they can take advantage of people. They feel like you're gonna spend your money on nothing anyway, so why not give it to me? What you gonna do with it? You don't do nothing with it anyway. And that's sad, because you may not think you're doing nothing with your money. I take that back. They may not feel like you're not doing anything with your money, but to you, that's important. To you, buying that car is going to be important for you, because now you can go get a job. Now you can take your kids back and forth to school. Now you can move around. Now you can get to school. Now you can work on your business. So that's important to you. But because someone else looks at other people who gets their income taxes and do whatever they want to do with it, they look at you and they feel like, oh, you don't want to do nothing with your money either. You just want to get this little piece of money and mess it off. So now, because they feel like that's what you're going to do with your money, that's what you're going to do anyway, they feel like they're justified. They're justified in them robbing you and taking advantage of you. And that's sad. And God is not going to stand by and watch that happen. See, he gives us all opportunities, all times to get our stuff together. But there's a correction that's going to come. There's a correction that actually is probably already here. The correction is already here. You look at it, you see. You see. People are waking up and people are realizing their power. You know what? I don't have to do this. I don't have to look for someone to save me when I have the power to save myself and those around me. But understand this, for those that will listen, they will listen. And for those that won't, they won't. You can't take everybody with you. So don't try. If you tell somebody a message and they don't want to take it, take back your peace and go on about your business. Because what you're doing is wasting your time on someone who's already made up their mind when you have someone right there who's willing and ready to take the message that you got to give to them. So, take heart and know the struggle is over. The struggle is almost over, you guys. It's over in the spiritual realm, but we just got to get it to manifest into this world, right? Into the physical world. And in order for us to do that, we have to create space and the mindset for it to manifest effectively. So take heart in that, you guys. You know, God is not asleep. He is not asleep at all. And he is not pleased with the way that people have been treating and taking advantage of other people. It's just not the way that he rolls. You don't take advantage of people. Think about it. If you wanted to make the money, okay, cool. But give the people something. Give them something. Let them be able to live and enjoy their lives. Let it be comfortable for them. Create affordable places where they can live and be happy and not have to live and worry about gangs and drugs and stuff like that. Allow a place for them to be able to live. Make standards. Like you have these freaking tax type of properties where you can only live in there if you only make a certain amount of money, and if you work in a certain type of field, you can monitor that. You can monitor that stuff. But then you want to have people who feel like, well, if you make this amount of money, you can't go live in these nice tax type of properties and these areas because you make too much. Unless you're gonna go make less money. Well, you can go live in the hood, but I mean, and again, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Really? So then what do you do? Well, I guess the little disposable money that I do have, I guess I need to pay for it because you got somebody in your ear. You can't afford that? Oh, no, I couldn't live over there. Why don't you just go back to school? Why don't you just go get you another job? Why don't you work on your side business? Why don't you do this here? And what do you do? What do? You do what a lot of us do. We cave in and we try. And then we get in it. I done it. We got in it, realized that this is not what they told me, and I'm still feeling the same way, even worse. But worse now, I'm broke. Now I'm in financial debt. Now I have to pay all these bills while still feeling the same way. And then when you go back to these people and you ask them, well, what happened? I thought I was going to feel this way. I don't know what to tell you. Go back to school, I guess. I did that. I don't know. Quiet as it's kept, I'm still trying to figure out a way to not keep feeling the way I'm feeling. And then you think to yourself, why didn't you just tell me that in the beginning? But the question is, why did you have to allow them? Why did you believe in what they were telling you? And why didn't you believe in yourself? And that's a hard pill to swallow. I had to swallow that same pill. Why didn't you believe in yourself? Why did you allow other people, even though you knew the truth, but you believed the lie? You believed the lie. And I believed the lie. And I fell for the con knowingly. And that's what hurts the most, because I knew better. I knew better. So see, I don't want you all to think I'm just sitting up here preaching to y'all, or I'm trying to make you think or feel any kind of way or less than. I'm only telling you something that I've had to go through myself. I've experienced firsthand. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let me know what you think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Sharing is caring, and peace. Take care, you guys.